Right now, 5:51 on your Wednesday morning. Thanks for watching Fox 10 News. I'm Eric Reynolds.
And I'm Sarah Wall. Good morning, everyone.
On the money this morning, in this uncertain economy, many folk are now either looking for work or searching for ways to make some extra money to stay afloat.
For some, that means working from home. Now, once you decide to work from home, you may be wondering where to begin or what to watch out for. AOL Consumer Advisor Regina Lewis is joining us this morning to help steer us in the right direction.
And good morning, Regina. Thanks for joining us. Now, let's talk first. How do we know if working from home is right for us?
Well, I think you've got to be a real self-starter, but the bottom line is it is a sign of the times, and I think it's too big a trend to ignore. As companies are trying to do more with less, they may not be able to afford to give you a full-time, year-round job with a warm seat and a roof over your head. And for those watching, I think a lot of people, frankly, are trying to make ends meet. So this is a creative way to read the tea leaves, if you will, and get in the game.
Now, working from home using the internet may sound daunting to some. So how do we kind of get started with that?
Well, I think that's a really good point. If it does sound daunting to you, number one, be realistic about getting tech ready. This is not the time to have a love-hate relationship with your computer. You need to love it. You need to know how to use it, or certainly use it for the functions that are going to be entailed. You probably need a dedicated phone line and a dedicated spot in the house. And then a couple of other things. I mean, are you ready? You've got to watch your watch in terms of your commit. Are you juggling other responsibilities? Now, on the one hand, this is a fantastic scenario for someone who is juggling child care or elder care, or who wants to live in an area where the cost of living is lower but the job may be remote. But you don't want to overcommit. You can always take on more work. You don't want to get in over your head and then potentially not fulfill the expectation and ruin your reputation, because what you're trying to earn is your online stripes, your reputation. A lot of people are familiar with that from eBay, where you'll have power sellers who have 4 stars. You're more apt to buy from them. You want to be a power employee online, people will be more apt to hire you.
All right, Regina, we're all set to go and we're mentally ready. How do we know which businesses are actually legit and those that might be scams just to take our money?
Well, we're going to point you in the right direction on your website. We'll link to some, including Elance, Seed.com, and ChaCha.com. But I would say, Eric, the biggest red flag is if someone is asking you for an upfront cost, meaning you have to buy some sort of kit to get started. Anytime you have to write a check before you earn a check, I'd say that's a red flag. But the other ones, Elance, you go and bid on work. You'll see the projects. Don't bid yourself right out of work, especially if you're new at this. You may have to undercut some of those pros who have those reputations we talked about. Seed.com is fascinating. This is 80 top websites that will pay you to write articles and take photographs for them. They're looking for high caliber content, but you'll see the assignment, you'll see the deadline. It is certainly worth a shot.
So those websites, again, the good places to start again. Will you say them one more time for us?
Sure, of course. It's Elance, like freelance, Seed.com, like a seed that grows a plant, and then ChaCha, like the dance, which is being a search engine guide. You give the results.
All right, Regina Lewis, thank you so much for the information. Definitely a time where a lot of folk are needing to have that extra income or to have more freedom and flexibility.
Absolutely, Regina, thank you. And good places to start for looking for work.
Definitely.